It's an absolute rush, man. Just trying to close that gap on the other car is really fun. I love doing it. Throwing backies and everything else. Again, it's an absolute rush you can't get from any other sport, and I'm absolutely addicted to it. My name's Hayden. I drive the Celica, known as the Celi-Stang. It's a Mustang-inspired Celica. It's not necessarily Mustang parts. Probably shares more in common with a Falcon from the earlier years. So I've probably had the car for 6, almost 7 years. I drove it consistently with the stock 4-cylinder for a good 3 or 4, and then took it off the road to put the 302 in it. My stepdad, Ray Bulldog, as you can see, Ray Bulldog Machining, sponsored me the bottom end, and I ended up building the rest of the motor around it. It's got a 302 Windsor, which is actually a hybrid from the 289 with the 302 internals. It runs a Ford top loader gearbox, which is just a almost bulletproof 4-speed. I bought the gearbox through Lawrence at LA Motor Repairs, and he pretty much helped me set up the whole rear end of the car as well. I started from there, cut out absolutely everything I needed. Started with a Falcon front sump, which is similar to a Celica front sump, obviously much bigger, and then just try to make everything fit around there. Cutting, welding, whatever needed to happen. Okay, so I used to own a Ford Cortina. It's a 1976. Funny story, I have front springs from that Cortina in the back of this. That's how I get my 6 kilo spring rate in the rear. I ended up selling the Cortina when I had this wild idea of trying to rebuild the whole car and spray it all, and this was actually the stock colour for that car. I had 4 litres of paint laying around and sold the car, and the guy didn't want the paint, so I had it sitting there. And I'm like, well, I think it looked pretty cool on a drift car. It'll stand out, and it's kind of got that sort of 80s look to it. For me, I kind of like the fact that you can take just about any rear-wheel drive car, put some sort of locker or limited slip diff in it, and you can start throwing it around and having a bit of fun. With drifting, there's just no limits on what you can do, and you can build whatever you want, and I really love the oddball cars, hence this. I take a lot of my inspiration in the build from stuff like Speedway, even like your speedboats and stuff like that. I've taken a little bit of inspiration from NASCAR and stuff as well, and a lot of drag racing as well. I've tried to take all those forms of motorsport and use what they would use in something to do what it should be able to do in the drifting environment, and to be honest, it works rather well for me, and I couldn't be happier.
Hayden in the lead, Hayden's in the chase. Let's see what these two guys got for us now for our final battle of level 2. Big straight there from Harry Whitehead, almost in the same position that we saw Hayden have that bobble last run. So you see now coming through the centre section, a little bit of separation, big dive there from Hayden Clearly cutting all the line out, trying to get up close to the back of that S15 as they come across the final corner now. Harry Whitehead, Hayden Teal, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our level 2 final. Was that level 2? That was level 2, Danny. Oh, Hayden, Celi! Today, in second place, winning themselves a $200 Born Again voucher and a $50 Pulsar Turbos voucher is Hayden Celi. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming. You know where the pub is. You enjoy a nice dinner. Someone please stay back and help us clean the track. Please.
I absolutely love the thing. It's super predictable to drive. As long as you're aware of what it's going to do, it'll just do the same thing every day. It's awesome.